Hey boys and girls, so this week you are going to be making up your own city. We're going to be inspired by a new artist that we're learning about whose name is James Rizzi. So take a second to look at the next few slides to learn a little bit about the new artist James Rizzi. Alright, so now that you've learned a little bit about the artist, James Rizzi was famous for doing lots of different paintings of cities. He loved New York, so he wanted to do paintings of the city that he loved and wouldn't want people to be excited about it. So the way that he did that was just to kind of make it silly and add these faces to his paintings. So when you guys do your buildings, if you notice, I have them in different shapes and different sizes. Some of them look like they are in the front, some look like they are in the back. So when you do yours, you want to try to do the same. It's going to be up to you how you want to draw them and how many of them you would like to put faces on. He didn't always put faces on his paintings, but when he did, they were always very silly. So again, you guys decide how you would like to go about doing your buildings. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by putting one like this. This is the shape that I'd like to start with. And then you guys, again, you don't have to copy what I'm drawing here. This part is up to you. I'm just giving you some ideas to get you guys started, but you can draw your buildings whatever shape, whatever sizes that you want. They also don't have to be actual real shapes that we would see in real buildings. You're using your imagination here, so it's okay if it doesn't really make sense what your buildings look like. What I'm trying to do though is make sure that I am filling up a lot of the spaces and that there are going to be buildings that are in the front and buildings that are in the back. So there now, I think I have all the buildings that I want to include. If you notice in James Rizzi's artwork, his paintings are sometimes during the day or at night. He also has some paintings that he included the sky one side day, one side night with a line down the middle. You guys can decide what time of day you would like it to be. So if you need to, you can always rewind back to the beginning where I showed you guys examples of his paintings, and you can check those out if you need ideas. So when you're ready to do your faces, you guys can do any kind of faces that you like. They can be silly, they can be angry, they can just be really whatever you want them to look like. So I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to get a couple faces drawn, and then you can work on the windows. So I'll have the windows done too. Those again can be any kind of shapes that you like. Alright, so as you can see, I have all my faces done that I wanted to include. I have all my windows. If you think about New York City, they have really tall buildings, and all those buildings have tons and tons of windows. So again, pick whatever shapes you like. They can be different. Some of them can be the same. I even have some that look like that the curtains are in the window, some with the lines across them, different shapes, different sizes. So make sure you add lots of windows to your buildings. I decided to make this one be daytime. Again, you can add other details. He would put a lot of birds in his sky if you would like to add a bird. Once you have everything drawn, if you have a black marker, I would suggest tracing everything with the black marker. You have a lot of details here that you're going to be starting to color, and you don't want to end up losing those windows. Now, what's important is when you guys start to color your pictures, your windows should not be the same color as your sky. Well, not your sky, your buildings. So if you notice here, I made sure that my windows were different from the building. They could be all the same color, but you don't want it to all blend in so that it looks like it's the same thing. All right, you also want to try to make sure that each of your buildings is a different color from the color that it's next to. So if you really like a light blue and you want to use it again, that's fine, but try to make sure it's far away from this light blue. All right, so I think that's it for today. I hope you guys had fun learning about our new artist, James Rizzi, and creating your own cities. Don't forget to take a picture of your artwork when you are finished and post it in the Art Google Classroom. Or again, you can always have your parents email it to me. Either one is fine. I can't wait to see them and see what you guys have created. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.